Yeah. What's going on with it? That's mine. Yeah, you keep opening them. I don't know. What's happening with y'all? What it do? What's happening with it? Yeah. Hey, this finna be a show today. Hey, y'all better believe it's finna be a show today. We finna cook today. Oh yeah, y'all come in the building, smash on that like button. You know what I'm saying? Jump in the comments. Let us know you in the building. My man James in the building. What's happening with it? Johnny Q off in the building. No Evidence 340 in the building. True Native 401. What's happening with it? Sean Clark. Gertz in the building. What's happening with it? My man Roderick Thompson in the building. What it do? David Frazier. What's happening with it? Lamar Jones. Master Khalik. JB Hall. Yeah, hey, Money, man, what's happening with it, Money?
What's going on, bro? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, man. We finna break this audio down, dog, with Max Kellerman, Mike Coppinger, and I listened to it. Have you listened to it yet?
Nah, this is my first time hearing it, bro.
So when we break this down, man, like I said, I listened to it once. So you gonna like we man, this gonna be a hell of a breakdown for real. And I want to get everybody take on this too when we do break it down. Stay ready, Boxing TV. What's happening with it? What it do with it, Mac? Lamar Jones. Mac, you see, Mac, you see, Bernard Hopkins, man. Bernard Hopkins tried to play niggas. And Mac was the first one that told me. He told me in my comments, he said, man, Blair Cobb ain't even with, you know what I'm saying, Golden Boy. And I'm like, Blair Cobb, what shit? You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, what's his name? Bernard Hopkins was on there talking about he with Golden Boy and he trying to make a fight with him and Adrian Broner. Come to find out, dude ain't even with Golden Boy. How you talking about you want Adrian Broner to come to Golden Boy to fight Blair Cobb, and that's the fight you want to put on? So, you know what I'm saying? Let AB know we trying to sign him ASAP. And then you don't even got Blair Cobb. He ain't even with y'all. It's like, do you think he said that? I want to get your take on that, Money. Do you think he said that not knowing that Blair Cobb wasn't with them, or he was just all out capping?
I think they probably would try to make a push for him, right? Like if AB probably would agree to it, they probably would try to make a push for him because they probably used Blair Cobb before. But I really thought they had Blair Cobb over there as well. I thought he was with Golden Boy, but to see that he's not with Golden Boy, that's you know what I'm saying, that's kind of crazy to me for you to be out there trying to promote a fight. And like you say, you don't even got the goddamn fighter. Like how can you say we'll sign him right away if he'll fight Blair Cobb? You know what I mean? So he know Blair Cobb, and I will say this: Blair Cobb will fight anybody. He is that type of fighter trying to make his name. He talk a lot of shit. Him AB will be, you know what I'm saying, a little firework in the press conference. But once again, bro, you don't even promote Blair Cobb. You know what I'm saying? But I was wondering, Key, like, do they have some type of relationship with him? You know what I mean? Like, some where it's like, okay, bro, we get you a big fighter to come over.
Well, Blair Cobb said they ain't even contact him. He said they promised him a Virgil Ortiz fight if he beat Mo Hooker. He said after Mo Hooker fight, his contract ran out. He said they ain't even contact him. They ain't respond to him. They ain't said nothing to him.
Oh, that's what it is, Key. They trying to keep him away from Virgil Ortiz.
So it's like y'all ain't even had the courtesy, right, to contact this man. You know what I'm saying? At least offer him something like that. You know what I'm saying? He like, I ain't heard nothing from him. And then you on here doing the interview talking about, yeah, we want to make a fight with Blair Cobb. And you know what I'm saying? We want to make the fight with Blair Cobb and Adrian Broner. So let AB know we'll sign him today. Like, we'll sign him to. What is you talking about? How you petitioning to sign somebody off of somebody that you don't even have on your roster?
Exactly, bro. So when I look at it, I just see they just pulled the Eddie Hearn when Eddie Hearn lied to fucking Luis Ortiz about the Anthony Joshua fight. But I still feel like when it came to the Virgil Ortiz fight, Virgil Ortiz probably looked at Blair Cobb like he does nothing for me, bro. Like that's a step back in my career. Like, yeah, Smart Chaco give me a fight with him. I'm not fighting that dude. So you know what I'm saying? They capping to him, and then when it really comes time that because they got to put on the show. So now that they get the show and it's over with, they knew they couldn't deliver. So what they trying to do is save face and come back and blur and be like, well, we got AB for you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's how that, in my opinion, I think that's how that went. You know what I'm saying? Virgil Ortiz looking at it like, I'm not fighting that damn dude. He don't do nothing for me.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to try to come back and try to save face and try to get Blur some type of fight or some type of fighter with a name where they know he'd be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? So, yep, that's kind of strange though, where you don't talk to that man and let him know about some shit that you're trying to make happen.
Right. Let me get to this. My man Sean Clark in the super chat. He says, seeing the video with Max and Coppinger ain't make no sense at all, but I know you about to cook on it. Bang the like button. Excuse me. Coffee got me burping. Definitely, man. Definitely. I appreciate you, Sean Clark, man, in that super chat. And if y'all want to donate to the, you know what I'm saying? If y'all want to donate, the Cash Apps is right up under there. You know, Monnie Brown Cash App right there, OG Money. And my Cash App right there. But I appreciate y'all coming in. But hit the like button. That's free. You know, smash on the like button. Smash the like button. Get the likes up. Because we definitely finna cook today. See, Money ain't even heard this audio that I'm talking about. I only listened to it once. So, like I said, man, we gonna listen to it. We gonna really break it down.
Yeah, it must be some good shit though.
Right. Love him down, Gaither. What's happening with it? The Queen, Cassandra Mason in the building. Macadon One, what it do? Wah. What's happening with it? ATX Slab, what it do? The woke sports fan, what's happening with it? You know what I'm saying? We got Fred Hampton, you know what I'm saying? The 2023 Fred Hampton in the building. Keys to the game, what's happening with it? Morgan Barr, what it do? Emmanuel Pettigrew, what's happening with it? The OG Bruce Gas in the building. Yes,
OG Bruce, what's going down? What's going down? What's going on? Cassandra, what's going on, Queen?
Yeah, Bonton, South D-Town, what's happening with it? Yeah. Johnny, what it do? Yeah, man. So y'all get the likes up because, like I said, this is gonna be one y'all don't want to miss. Before we get into it, like I said, I want to get some more people in the building because I don't want to start really getting deep into cooking on the subject, you know, and then people gotta come in late and ask what's going on. So before we get, you know what I'm saying, while we waiting for more people to get in the building, Money, I know you watched the fights last night, didn't you?
Yes, sir. I missed the zone card, but I watched the Showtime card.
Who?
The zone card. That was the zone card too.
They had a card.
Yeah. The Lee Wood. Not Lee Wood. Damn. Who was that that fought last night? Lee McGregor, some shit like that. I know it's a card over there though.
I didn't even know it was no DAZN card, dog. Real talk. You telling me some shit I didn't even know.
Yeah, they had an early card. I'm
pretty sure it wasn't nothing. I'm pretty sure it wasn't really nothing I wanted to know.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't not spectacular like that.
The zone had 28 bomb fights, and so, like they come with it sometimes, but sometimes, dog, I'll be like, man, who is all these dudes?
Yeah. But for sure, the Showtime card though.
Man, that Showtime card though, that's what I'm talking about. Aisha, what's going on with it, Queen? Roderick, what's happening with it? So, man, for sure, we talking about the Showtime card, man. The Showtime card was a hell of a card.
Yeah.
Like every fight on there was like a fight of the year damn near candidate.
Motherfuckers getting dropped left to right.
Man, that first fight, hell of a fight. What was it? Garcia and what's the dude named Vidal?
Vidal.
Yeah, Vidal and Garcia, man. That shit was a hell of a fight. But I want to talk about the Jared Hurd fight, dog. Let's talk about and you know, I don't want to skip over them, but I don't want to take too much time up. So let's get straight to the Jared Hurd fight.
Right. And Tyrell Goches-Gucci stopping Eddie Murphy nephew too.
Huh?
Eddie Murphy nephew. The dude who Tyrell Goches fought.
Oh yeah. Tyrell Goches. Yeah, that was on the YouTube joint.
Mm-hmm.
That was the main event on the YouTube card. And that one too, man. Tyrell Goches, he had been on a year layoff. He came back. Like I said, really, to tell you the truth, I was kind of in and out on that fight. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really get to sit down and watch it like that. But I did see that he got the stoppage over Eddie Murphy nephew.
Yeah, I'm cool with the little nephew and shit, so that's why I watched it out. But I knew he go get his ass whooped.
Yeah. How did Tyrell Goches look to you?
He looked cool. Dropped him 3 times. Caught him with a straight. You know, he looked cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's against him though. Against that caliber opponent, like
Right.
he ain't the best of the best. But I do rock with him though because he put the hard work in. But we can get to Jared Hurd though.
Yeah. So Jared Hurd, skipping past, like I said, skipping past. We'll go back and talk about the other fights that was on the card later. But I want to talk about Jared Hurd real quick. Man, Money, when you was asking me like my take on the Jared Hurd fight, what I tell you?
Man, you said, bro, dude, I have no faith in Jared Hurd. I don't trust that dude. His chin is just, he too chinny. You're like, bro, I don't trust him. He just too chinny. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, what I meant by chinny
like
with him is he get his chin stick out. He ain't got no defense. That's where he take all his punches on the chin.
Yeah, bro. Like, you was spot on with that one, though. You was spot on with that one. You said, don't trust that boy.
And my thoughts, my feelings about when I heard that Jared Hurd was fighting another pressure style fighter, because I wasn't too familiar with Resendez. I think that was his name, right? Resendez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't too. Yeah, hold on, man.
The music skipping.
Hold on, man. This thing acting up. I think I was getting a phone call or something. Hold on, man. Hold on real quick, man. I really do this text message real quick.
Yeah, I can't be back though. So yeah, so it was a good scrap though with Jared, and you got a key.
Oh yeah, you can go.
Okay.
I mean, I get my take. You go.
Oh yeah, it was a good scrap with Jared Hurd. You know, he was coming on, he was fighting though. You know what I'm saying? The same typical Jared Hurd. They was going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? The good scrap, things of that nature. Then 10th round come, and he gets caught. You know what I'm saying? He gets caught, and I swear, Key called it to the T. Right? He said the boy, you know, he ain't got no defense, and I'm like, man, I still had a little faith in him. I ain't gonna lie. I still had a little faith in him. I'm like, man, come on, Jared, bro. Like, you know, especially because, you know, I got a little thing for Jared. So just to see that, though, bro, but then see that 10th round come and see his ass get stopped in the 10th, like, God damn, bro. Like, you know, you can't catch a break. But, you know, with his style of fight, Key, like, you really got a feel for the kid and say, man, you got to hope he don't be one of them cats down the line, you know, to have some type of fucking brain damage or something, because that's the only way that he fight. Yeah, bro, that's the only style that he fight, bro. And he don't get better. It's like he don't even try to work on nothing, bro. Like he just go out there, I'm gonna get my money, I'm gonna fight. It's gonna be like you don't even try to get better, bro. So, you know, that was really scared me about that dude.
Oh yeah, that Devin Bell. When you heard my phone ringing. Now I know why my phone was ringing. That was my pops. He was telling me that the game was on. I didn't even know the game was on.
Yeah, the Lakers and
yeah. That was pops calling right now because he calling to make sure I'm watching it. But I was like, I'm doing the show. So now I know what he was calling about. I just texted him and told him like I'm doing the show, huh?
Suns and the fucking and the Dallas man just went at it, bro.
Man, I seen the game was on and I missed it.
KD got his ass. KD got Kyrie though. But go ahead though, bro.
I'm definitely gonna go back and check it out. But so Jared Hurd, right? What's happening with it? Knockout. Jared Hurd, man. Like I said, when I found out that Jared Hurd was fighting another pressure fighter that, you know what I'm saying, that have a high activity rate, I said, my first thing I said to you, Money, I said he had problem with them type of fighters. Fighters that are pressure fighters that have a high activity rate. I said, don't trust him. I said, nah, I don't think Jared Hurd gonna win. And it was because I've seen Jared Hurd time and time again, man, and he just take too many punches. He take too many punches. It was crazy because me and you got a lot of noise in the background.
Damn, hold on. That's this. Hold on, Kim. I'm come back on the computer. I feel it because I'm on the phone.
Bet. So Money will be back, but it's crazy because me and Gina, we watching the fight, and I was saying the same thing that Monnie Brown just said right now. I said it's crazy. I said because Jared Hurd needs to retire, and this is like in the middle of the fight. I said he need to retire because he's not going to be able to talk. 10 years from now, he probably going to be one of the fighters that not even going to be able to speak. He young and he's taking so much damage. Like his defense is non-existent. You know what I'm talking about? Like he got a chin out of this world. He got a chin out of this world, but he just take all heavy shots throughout he's done that throughout his whole career. And you can see like we never gonna see Jared Hurd better than he was when we saw him back in like 2015, 2016, 2017. We never gonna see him that Jared Hurd again. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't gonna see him like that no more. He's taking too much damage. He had his prime, you know, he's out of his prime, and I just don't like seeing him taking that much damage like that. I'm a Jay Swift. I'm gonna show you how to smash a like button in the background. Now hear that. Blocked. Now go ahead and go on where you was before you came in here, because ain't nobody tell you to bring your raggedy ass off in here. Now, back to what I was saying. Jared Hurd, like he's taking too much damage throughout his whole career. And like Money said, his defense ain't never got no better. You know what I'm saying? His defense has never gotten any better from what it was when we first started seeing it. That's not like his style of fighting is exciting for fans to watch, but that's a dangerous style to have. Like the way he fight is dangerous for his health. And so, like, man, when I seen that this fighter was a pressure fighter, I said, he gonna beat Jared Hurd. You know what I'm saying? He gonna beat Jared Hurd. And that's what he did. His activity level was just too much for Jared Hurd. Jared Hurd fighting at 160, so his power don't carry like that at 160 like it did at 154, because he was just so much bigger than everybody at 154. Like he bigger than everybody at 160. But imagine at 154, and you know, we'll never see him in his prime again. And like I said, man, he needs to retire. Like he needs to retire because he's taking too much punishment and he can't continue going on taking that much punishment. And I'm not a fan of saying like, oh, well, a fighter, when they got 3 losses or something, they need to retire. Nah, I ain't a fan of that. But Jared Hurd, the damage that he's taken in his career, like he really needs to retire, because now it's unhealthy for him to be fighting. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to see him 10 years from now out here like Meldrick Taylor.
And then what it's doing to his psyche? Am I cool, Keith?
Yeah, you good.
Then what it's doing to his psyche, bro? Him stay taking these L's. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to put in all that work. You went in there rocking out with Terence Crawford in camp, and you doing all that shit about you back and all that, and still taking L's, bro. So it's like, you know, is you just fighting for the money now? Now, if you want to fight for the money, hey, I'm not gonna tell you not to feed your family or get it how you live, but the way you fight and the fights they gonna put you in, the fights they've been putting you in, you know, you gonna pay a price down the line, bro. Somewhere, somehow, you just getting hit like that too many times, bro. And you go, because you just be throwing. You know what I'm saying? You gonna pay the price down the line. So yeah, he might want to think about it. You feel me? So we'll see how it turn out for him in the future, because that shit ain't healthy. It ain't healthy at all.
Yeah, man, it really ain't. Manager Marty, what's happening with it? Salute. Upper echelon, what it do? Let me see. William Old School, what's happening with it? Salute. Macadon Mac, what's happening with it? Yeah, man, it's just it like I hate to see him taking them beatings like that, bro. Like real talk. And then, man, his lip. Did you see his lip?
Yeah, bro. I said this whole fucking face.
Like that shit was nasty, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he just, he needs to hang it up at this point because Jared Hurd, he does, from what I hear, he's done very well outside of the ring. You feel me? He does very well outside of the ring, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as in real estate, Al Heyman put him down on the game, and he's doing well. He got a lot of big rigs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he do well outside of the ring. He don't need to box. And my man, Anton Mark, man, I appreciate you, man, in that cash out.
Ohio Style Larry, we appreciate you, bro. Much love, much
appreciate. Ohio Style. Yes, yeah, Ohio Style 513, man. Much love. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, my dog.
Let me see. Eric Gomes, what's happening with it? But yeah, man. So I don't think he needs boxing, and at this point in time, it's not healthy for him. You know what I'm saying? He need to get out now, ASAP. Mm-hmm. We, like I said when you was off, man, we've seen the best of Jared Hurd. He need to realize that he will never be back in his prime again. He's been in war after war after war, and at this fight, every fight that he's in is an unnecessary war against competition that when he was in his prime, you know what I'm saying, he would have took out.
Yeah, stop on, bro.
Yeah.
I remember even before he was fighting like that, bro. If you go watch Jared Hurd in his early days, you would straight see him box and had defense, right? He had some sort of defense. Now he just went straight full-fledged, just I want to rock him, sock him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that Laura fight kind of cursed him. You feel me? I think he kind of cursed him because he went out there and he beat Laura, and he like, shit, all I got to do is just pressure these dudes and walk through them like this, and I think that became his style, bro, because he we know we did to Tony Harrison as well, but he put the pressure on Tony. But, he had some style of defense, bro. I still like, well, I ain't gonna say use. I still like Jared Hurd, but, once you start getting hit like that, bro, you got to think about it. But I just think, once he fought Laura and he became unified world champion and shit, I think that shit went to his head, bro. Just pressure, and just fight like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Me too, man. But I hope that he realized that, and I hope that, hey, man, you can hang it up. You do well outside the ring, and, continue on living your life outside of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Even Jared Hurd, like, he could speak well. He could do commentary. He got a lot of things that he can even do in boxing, but just not in the ring no more. You know what I'm saying?
And he sing, bro.
Yeah, he do sing. Yeah,
his brother rap. He sing and he can sing like Jared Hurd can sing.
Yeah, he can. So yeah, man. But salute to Jared Hurd. I mess with Jared Hurd, man, but it's time to hang it up. But let's move on, man, to the main event real quick, right? Let's cook on this main event real quick. Mark Masayo and Brandon Figueroa, man. Hell of a fight. Another fight of the year candidate, right? Like I said, it's crazy because every fight on that main card on Showtime, you know what I'm saying, it's like a fight of the year candidate type of fight. And this is another one, man. Mark Masayo and Brandon Figueroa, man, it didn't fail to deliver what a lot of people thought it was going to deliver. Action and just, a complete great fight all around. Now, Mark Masayo was getting on my damn nerves in that fight. I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you, man. Like I was cringing at some of the things that he continued to do in that fight.
Tell me about it.
And the referee was letting him get away with way too much.
Tell me about it.
You know what I'm saying? And Mark Masayo went on to complain about these things afterwards, and I definitely got to cook on his ass too. Now in the fight, right? Mark Masayo, he looked good, strong. You know what I'm saying? His combinations was very accurate. We know that Brandon Figueroa, he don't have the best defense, and that's an understatement. Brandon Figueroa is another fighter that's all out action. He came out there, Figgy. He came out there in the beginning. He was trying to box, right? He's trying to stay on the outside. He's trying to use his jab. He's trying to use his movement, and he soon realized that wasn't working for him. Watching that fight, Mark Masayo, when they were at range, Mark Masayo was getting the best of B Fig. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mark Masayo, what I noticed about him is he's a pretty good fighter at the in mid range. He got pretty good combinations and he's pretty accurate, you know, well, with somebody like a B Fig, because he couldn't touch Gary Russell. But at mid range, depending on what type of style you got, he pretty accurate. He can fight, you know, pretty well mid range. He showed that last night. But B Figgy, you know what I'm saying? He like, this ain't working for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go back to doing what I do. Smothering my opponent on the inside, digging to the body, you know what I'm saying? Using a triple, quadruple jab, just, you know, letting my hands go. You know, that's just basically what he do. He hits you everywhere. Head, body, arm, shoulder, wherever. You know what I'm saying? You holding him, he hitting you. His hands never stop moving. Be fed. And that's why he's a problem for a lot of people, because he just gonna overwhelm them and they can't keep up with his activity rate. You know, his hands literally never stop moving. And Mark Masayo was trying to keep up with him. He was trying to, but he started wearing down Mark Masayo. Now, Mark Masayo throughout that whole fight, he was excessively holding. I'm talking about he was excessively holding B Figgy's head, holding his arm like he had it, you know what I'm saying, putting him in arm bars, holding, like that was his strategy. Every time B Figgy come inside, every time Figueroa come inside, I'm just gonna hold him. I'm holding him, holding. And B Figgy, like I said, he's still active. He getting hell, he hitting you with the other arm. You know what I'm saying? So he's still active nonstop. And Mark Masayo was getting away with that shit for the longest time, dog. And I'm like, when is this ref gonna say something? Why are you letting this man get him? And then he finally warned him. And then he warned him again, right? But he never stopped holding. Then he finally took a point away from him after this dude didn't held throughout the whole. I'm talking about excessively holding. Then he finally took a point away from him, right? The point was too late, in my opinion. He should have took 2 points by then. And so, what does Mark Masayo? What else does he do? What else is he doing excessively? He's leading in with his fucking head. You know what I'm saying? Trying to drive Brandon Figueroa back with his head. He's just leading in with his head the whole time. Then the referee finally starts saying something about him leading in with his head. And throughout the fight, he's doing these things nonstop, right? So he ended up getting two points taken away throughout the fight. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that surprised me is when I thought that Brandon Figueroa really had him stopped, he was doing smart, like Mark Masayo was smart. His ring IQ was smart, right? And you know what he was doing? Every time he would get hurt, he would go down on one knee. Now, the reason I say he was smart is and he was getting Brandon B. Figgy was hurting him with body shots very bad. And the reason I say he was smart because I'm watching Mark Masayo, right? He did it the first time, and the referee let him get away with it. So he like, shit, I'm gonna see how far I can take it. Then he did it again, and the referee let him get away with it. The referee in that match was fucking horrible. First of all, if you're looking at the man, he's visibly hurt, and he's going down on purpose because he's hurt. When you do that, you got to count that as a knockdown, dog. When you get hurt with it, you can't just, but he's smart, and he was doing that shit, right? And he was gassed, and he was very, very tired. But one thing about Mark Masayo, every time I thought that he was finna go, like, ain't no way. He fought through it, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's what really surprised me about him. He fought through it. But to me, B. Figgy, he won the fight. He should have won the fight. You know, it wasn't close as the commentators were trying to make it sound like. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, when they was on the inside, Mark Masayo, when he was letting his hands go and throwing them flurries, if you go back, a lot of that shit, B Figgy was, he was blocking with his gloves, and a lot of them flurries that Mark Masayo was throwing, a lot of them shits wasn't landing, but they were scoring all of that. But yeah, man, Mark Masayo, he lost the fight clearly. Brandon Figueroa, to me, clearly won the fight. A tough ass fight. They both fought their ass off. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Mark Masayo would have even been as successful in the fight if the referee did a better job doing his job earlier on in the fight. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to make them knock that shit out, or him, not them. You're supposed to make him knock that shit out early on during the fight. That way, he know, hey, I got to fight clean. But he kept doing it because he was getting away with it. But yeah, man, and then I get to Mark Masayo's comments after I let Money cook on it.
Man, I kind of concur with everything you saying, bro. I mean, you hit everything on the head. I feel the same way, bro. I felt like he was doing good early on. He was doing good things, but his gas tank started slowing down because of that body work and that pressure he was putting on him. But I'm with you, bro. And another thing you don't know, Key, like, once you get in the inside, he lean all the way down, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when Brandon Figueroa trying to hit him, right, he leaned all the way over, and it looked like Brandon Figueroa doing some illegal shit, and it's forcing the referee to continue to break them up, and that was getting irritating too. Because like I say, he was doing it on purpose. It's little veteran tactics and things like that you can get away with if the ref let you get away with it. They come down to the referee. You know what I'm saying? How much the referee let you get away with. And like you said, that ref let them get away with a lot. Other referees probably have warned them, you know what I'm saying, early. And I think teams go pay attention to that when they come to Mark Masayo. Hey, he can't be doing this and doing that and doing this, because you know what I'm saying, he got a way of doing it just too damn much, and he get away with it because all them knees he was taking, bro. A point should have been taken for those because he know what he was doing. But it comes down to the point to where Brandon Figueroa, he was getting frustrated, but he stayed what's the word? He stayed focused, right? He stayed focused. Was like, okay, I'm still going downstairs on you. I'm gonna still put this pressure on you. And in the second half of the fight, he dominated to me. He dominated in the second half of the fight. Yes, Mark Masayo was throwing back. He was catching him with shots, but he dominated the second half of the fight. And I'm with you, bro. And the round where he when he got the point taken, and they still gave it to Mark Masayo, that was crazy to me because I think the judge gave it to him. I forgot who it was. They made it
was the unofficial scorecard. What's his name? Steve Farhood.
Yeah, he had a 9. I'm like, Steve, you tripping right there. Even though at the end he had a win, I thought Mark was active in that round. He landed some good shots, but I still thought Brandon Roy won that round because I thought he landed the more harder shots, and the more telling. Mark Masayo was just throwing to try to get some action going, but it was an all-out action-packed fight, right? Masayo just showed you that once you make him work, he gassed out at the end of the fight, and he started looking for ways like that, Key, to stall the referee, to stall the fight, and then to try to catch his win, and then to try to come on and try to steal the round at the end with some flurries and things of that nature. So, I'm just glad the referee paid attention and took some points away from his ass from doing those things. But that shit is like, it gets tiresome, and it'll bore you a little bit because you're like, come on now, bro. You know exactly what you're doing, bro. Okay, you got away with it, then you just go keep doing it and keep doing it. Like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? But, shouts out to B Figgy, man. He went out there and did his thing. I'm a fan of his, bro. And, it was a hell of a fight. It was a hell of a fight. So the right man won the fight. We'll see what's next for Brandon Figueroa. But with everything you said, bro, you was on point with everything. So I concur with everything you said.
Yeah, man. And salute to Upper Echelon, man, in that Cash App, man. Appreciate you.
Upper Echelon, appreciate you in the Cash App, bro.
The Red, what's happening with it? What it do? So, man, Mark Masayo, right? Afterwards, Sean Gibbons, his manager, he was carrying on.
So you said Mark Masayo got the complaining?
Yeah, and Mark Masayo, right? But it was more so because Sean Gibbons, you know who he is. Rachel Donaire broke it down on his ass, right? On type of character he is. And you can just see it. Rachel Donaire wasn't lying when she was talking about his clown ass. You can see he's always carrying on about some shit, right? So he get to carrying on, right? Because he's pissed off talking about that Brandon Figueroa was holding and stuff too, and this, and that. And so he get to hyping Mark Masayo up because at first, I'm watching the interview. At first, Mark Masayo was like, well, I did my best. I tried my best, on that Manny Pacquiao shit. Like, I ain't tried my best. That is a very, very good fight. I just tried my best. And then Sean Gibbons, he back there. I ain't fucking forget this fucking shit. God damn it. This is what the fuck. He back there with his crazy looking ass and shit with his spiked hair. He prancing around and he's like, this is fucking digit. How the fuck? And he was complaining about the scorecards. Now the scorecards, right, was wide. I know you probably didn't hear the scorecards because you watched the fight with the TV off.
Right.
So the scorecards they had was wide, like 117, 111, shit like that, right? All three of the scorecards was wide. Now, if you're looking at Steve Farhood, the unofficial scorecards was close. So they're commentating the fight like it's razor close the whole time, basically saying that, well, we got Brandon Figueroa edging it out by like 1 point because, of the points. Other than that, it could have went either way. Like they had it going very, very, judged very, very close. I had it, I had it not no 1 or 2 rounds close. I had it probably like, honestly, probably like 8-4 maybe. But my man Upper Echelon said that the judge had it like 117, 109, like wide. So they was complaining about that. You know what I'm saying? Then they go on to get to complaining about that. The referee. Now, when they get to complaining about the referee, I don't have no problem with him mad about how wide the scores were, right? You lost still. You still lost either way, but they just didn't like that it was a wide. But it was more so Mark Masayo was cool until old boy started hyping him up. Then old boy started hyping him up, and then he kind of like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just roll with the punches. Then he started complaining, right? Talking about the scores, and then he get to complaining because Sean Gibbons is hyping him up. He get to complaining about the referee and shit. Like, oh, the ref, he holding me too. He hold lot. He hold and he doing this, and the ref was letting him both. We were both doing stuff, and the ref was just blaming me for everything. Right now, I'm watching the fight, and you can see he is the one that's doing everything. Brandon Figueroa is like a baby trying to fight his way out of a headlock. You know what I'm saying? A bear hug and shit. When your daddy used to get you a bear hug.
Yeah.
Little when you take that's Brandon. Yeah, that's Brandon Figueroa the whole fight. This man is, super glued to him, holding him, squeezing him and shit. I'm like, come on, man. And so he get to complaining, saying that the referee was unfair because he took a point for him when it was Brandon Figueroa that was doing as much as he was doing. We was both holding and we was both doing this and that, right? And I'm looking at him and I'm like, this motherfucker had the nerve, had the audacity to complain about the referee when the referee was too much on your side. Like the referee you should have had so many points taken away from you. You should have lost by disqualification. All the stuff you was doing. You know what I'm saying? The referee let you get away with too much before he started taking points and warning you. So I'm like, man, how the hell he got the nerve to complain about the ref when the ref was letting him get away with murder? Mm-hmm. So what you think about that?
Yeah, not hearing it like I seen it, but I I'm not paying attention to it. But man, if he better shut his ass up. You feel me? At everything he was doing, like you say, he could have had way more points taken from him, and could have got disqualified for excessive kneeing. Motherfucker, you need more than Colin Kaepernick out there talking about somebody was doing you wrong. Diana, what's going down, Queen? Y'all say out there talking about somebody did you wrong. You feel me? Be a man, bro. You lost the fight. Take it like a man and you move on. You know what I'm saying? Like if you wanted to say something about the scorecard, it's cool. If you felt like the fight was a little closer, cool. But don't try to complain about the referee somehow taking points away when you out there. Go look at the fight. You know what I mean? So, and Sean Gibbons, he need to shut his ass up. We already know what he about. So yeah, when you said this, I wasn't even like, man, get on up out of there somewhere. But for us, the scorecards, I'm like you. I think it could have been 8-4. If they swore a 7-5 around go either way, I see it. But ain't no way Brandon Figueroa lost that fight. No way, no shape, form, or fashion. You feel me? So either way, the right man still won the fight. This ain't no controversy to where we can say, oh man, he won, or you know what, it should be a rematch, or he deserved this. No, he don't deserve nothing. He clearly lost the fight. Clearly lost the fight, regardless of what the scorecard say. You know what I'm saying? So, I look at it that way. So at the end of the day, the right man got the call. They can cry about the scorecards all they want. Even if they give them an extra round or two, you still would have lost the fight. You know what I'm saying? Go back to the drawing board, do better, come back next time, and see what you can do in the ring. But last night wasn't your night, partner. And I seen your wife over there jumping up and down, nervous as hell. So it just wasn't your night.
Not at all. And y'all, you know what I'm saying? Pause real quick. Y'all smash the like button.
And then not only that, he missed weight, didn't he?
Nah, he missed it, but
he
then
came
he came
back.
back.
Okay, because I ain't see the comeback for it because I showed someone missed weight, and that's why I wanted. Okay, he came back, so he made weight. Okay, but still, in all, he wasn't in the best shape, bro. He wasn't in the best shape.
He big, man. He's super big for that weight division. So he said he gonna move up too. But yeah, man. So he lost. He lost the fight. He did put up an effort better than I thought he was, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think he put up a hell of a fight, though. Even though he was doing all of that extra stuff, he put up a hell of a fight, though. You know what I'm saying? I will get that to him. Mark Masayo, what he did prove is he ain't no walkovers for nobody, right?
I thought he was winning early on. Early on, I thought he was winning.
Yeah. So, I mean, he put up a hell of a fight. Just all depending on what you're looking for. But he ain't no walkover for nobody. Now, he talking about moving up to 130. So,
he need to.
Yeah.
He need to, bro. Renee Barshan was going down, my dog. He need to, Keith.
What's happening with it, Renee? Diana, what's going on with it, Queen? Salute. Let me see. Who else I missed in here? Y'all smash the like button. My man Ultraman in that super chat. Salute to my man Ultraman. But yeah, y'all smash the like button. Get the likes up for me. Like, we really like I said, we're going to break down this whole Terence Crawford, Errol Spence situation in regards to this interview. We're going to play the interview live with y'all, and we're going to break down this whole interview with Max Kellerman and Mike Coppinger with these, rumors that they got on Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. But like I said, y'all smash the like button. My man on the mic, Terrence Bailey, what's happening with it? Terrence Bailey, it's crazy you said that, right? Because after the fight last night, that's the first thing that I thought, right? First, I do want to see Gary Russell get his get back with Mark Masayo. Like, he got to get that get back. Give him that get back, right? Give him that as a comeback fight. Then after that, I would like to see him fight Brandon Figueroa, B Figgy. Like, that's a fight I would love to see, is B Figgy and Gary Russell Jr. But I don't want Gary Russell to go into a fight with B Figgy just off the rip, off no shoulder surgery, off a 1.5, 2-year layoff. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't want to see that. I want him to get a fight in. He good enough to beat Mark Masayo. You know what I'm saying? We seen what he did to Mark Masayo with one arm. So styles make fights. He good enough to beat Mark Masayo, coming off a 1.5, 2-year layoff. And so I would like to see that. And then, hey, get the smoke in with B Figgy. That's a big fight to me. That's a big fight for Gary Russell. That's a big fight for both of them. So, I'd love to see that fight, but I wouldn't want to see him fight B Figgy coming off layoff like that and shoulder surgery, because, that's a style clash to where now you got to go from sitting on the sideline having surgery to going in there with somebody that throw 1,000 punches and shit in the fight. So, you got to, I like to see him, get back in tip top fighting shape and then go get that fight. What you think about that fight?
I like for Gary to try to go get a title again. I want to see the Mark Masayo rematch, but if he going up to 130, is Gary going to 130 or stand at 26? Because if he
Well,
goes to
he, he
26,
said he said he'll move up to. He said he's looking to move up to 130 or 135, and he could get a big fight.
now if he go
Um,
up to 130 and Mark go up there, then I'll be okay with the rematch. But I don't think that fight does nothing for him now. You know what I'm saying? Masayo then took his L's. I know you want your get back and you're getting back on your
yeah,
resume, but I think you can move on past him because a lot of people thought you won that fight. You know what I'm saying? And it's like now you go fight him. I think it'd just be a waste of a fight. Now, like I said, 130, if it's leading you towards the title, cool. If you gonna be at 126, I just say forget about him. Like you saying, Key, get you a fight in and then go try to get you a title shot. You know what I'm saying? Because Gary, his name carry weight to where he could probably get a title shot after you get a tune-up fight for coming off the arm surgery and being off the layoff. So I go straight to something big and try to get because he getting up there. So you don't really want to waste time and things of that nature. So I go out there and give me a tune-up to make sure my shoulder and everything's straight, and then I go try to get me a big name. You know what I'm saying? Something bigger than Mark. You know what I mean? Him and Figueroa, that'll be a good one.
that's a
That'll be a
good
good one.
fight, dog.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a fight. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pay them in. That's a hell of a fight,
Yeah.
dog.
Figueroa beat Masayo. Well, let me go ahead and get
And,
you up out of there. You feel me?
and imagine if they put that as a co-main event on like a big fight card.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? Give them that exposure that they both deserve.
Facts,
That'll
bro.
be a hell of a fight, dog.
And then
Um,
yeah, I like it.
yeah.
The winner
Cause
gonna do something way bigger too. That's all I'm trying to
cause
say.
you know what, man? Like Gary Russell ain't never got to like really, he's headline his own cards, but he ain't really never got no assist like that to where you put him on a big fight card and have him the undercard on have him the co-main event to a big fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you do things like that, that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's like giving the person a live.
Facts.
All you got to do is slam dunk that thing. So
Facts.
I want to see Gary Russell get something like that. Make a big fight card, put him as the co-main event on there. Uh, Against somebody like him and Brandon Figueroa. You know how big that'll be? Man.
Oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, salute to B Figgy, man. Uh, he could fight, dog. He could fight. But he's another one. He's gonna have to tighten up on his defense because that style don't last long. It's only a matter of time to where you get to slowing down, from taking all that punishment. He's still very young. What is he, like 23, 26?
Somewhere around there. I have to
He's
look
like,
and see.
no, I think he's like 26,
Mm-hmm. Like
right?
you say, he ain't fought that mother that can boom. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
gonna make it as we think how he fight. Cause him and his brother they fight the same. Him and the old boy that's their style. And I don't think they try to come in and try to move their head a little bit out the way like while they walking in, but I think that's them. You know what I'm saying? I think they do better with it because that is them. And I think if you try to take that away from him, I think he gonna be like because just think about when he was fighting Mark. When Mark was at the distance and he was trying to box him, he was losing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then when he started putting the pressure on, I think that's their style to stay active and try. His offense is his defense. Let me put it that way. His offense is his defense. Like they not really those technical fights who'll go out there and be able to get their head off the line and box. You know what I'm saying? They use their job as a form of a shield to try to get in and start. You know what I'm saying? Throwing punches and shit. So it's gonna be tough to try to teach them a different way because I think that's just their style of how they fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's exactly it. It's the style that they fight. We saw his brother Omar. He was bad in his prime, but his prime didn't last too long. You feel me? And now he's what 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. I think Omar like 33, 34, right? And now he like 33, 34, but he like an old 33, 34. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff probably had to do with outside the ring things, but it had to do with inside the ring stuff too. So yeah, but it's a lot of big fights. Like, I think Dundada, he said Mauricio Lara. That's a big fight for Brandon Figueroa.
Mm.
That's a big fight, dog. You know what I'm saying? I think somebody else asked me, what do I think about Robeisy Romero against Brandon Figueroa? That's a hell of a fight. He Robeisy, man, that dude got some great footwork.
So Robeisy got a fight coming up?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's my dog right there, man. I rock with him.
Fight, dog. You know what I'm saying? He the last one to beat Shakur, right? Yeah.
Yep. Took his first loss. I mean, came in, lost his pro debut, and been on fire ever since.
But yeah, man, a lot of good fights in that weight division, though. Quiet as kept. But we know the politics of boxing.
Yeah, he could fight Isaac Dahlberg.
Yeah, he is. But you know the politics of boxing. It's a lot of good smoke in that weight division. But the politics of boxing, you got size of the streets and all of that. You know, it's crazy because it's funny, right? Because I just thought of this, right? And I'm gonna cook on this Errol Spence stuff right now. But I just thought of this. Remember the sanctioning bodies in 2022, right? Near the end of 2022. Said that they was all going to be getting together in 2023 and basically mandating all these fights versus the champions. Did you remember when Mauricio Suleiman came out and said that they was going to be mandating so we could get all the champions fighting? He said that they was going to come out, all get together and mandate the fights between champions. It's funny how fast that shit disappeared. Mm-hmm. Like people forgot that Mauricio Suleiman came out and said that. So if that were truly the case, if you know what I'm saying, if he had stuck to that, and all these sanctioning bodies gonna get together and mandate these fights, well, a lot of them fights we wouldn't have no problem getting. Like a B Figgy versus who the champion? Is it Mauricio Lara? That's another champion in that weight division.
Brandon Figueroa. Hold on. Let's see.
But it's funny how they said that, right? And then it's just all of a sudden it never happened. He never said it.
Josh Warrington, Mauricio Lara, and Ray Vargas, and then the WBO vacant. And I think they fit a fight for the vacant WBO, Robeisy and Niall, I think.
Okay, and then B Figgy just got the WBC last night.
Was that the real title?
Man, you never know him, but I seen him with a WBC. You never know in boxing,
they got Ray Vargas on her. They got Ray Vargas on her as a WBC champ. Let me see who's one Ray Vargas.
So was that a secondary? Like, dude, they need to cut it out with this shit in boxing, dog.
They got Ray Vargas right here.
He had a WBC strap, so I thought it was So Diana says it was for the WBC intern.
They
not with this shit. Like they just going over. They going overboard with these belts.
Yeah, I'm tripping. Oshaki Foster, the real. Oshaki Foster got the real one.
Okay, so Oshaki Foster, yeah, he is the real WBC. Was it the WBC?
Yeah, it's WBC. Yeah, WBC.
Yeah, see, they trying to confuse the fans with all of these damn belts. Every time you look up, it's a belt in the ring, and
I'm sorry, Key. I'm sorry. Oshaki got it at 130. My bad. Ray Vargas got it at featherweight. I'm sorry,
126.
Yeah, he got it at 126. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Ray Vargas. Okay. But they trying to confuse the fans. It's a WBC belt every time you turn on the TV and there's a fight. And you like, how he got a WBC strap on and he got a WBC strap on. So, but anyway, what I was getting to is that if what Mauricio Suleiman, whatever he said, had held up, if it had been true, I don't know if the other organizations wasn't down with it or whatever it may be. If that was true, then we wouldn't have a problem getting some of these fights if you got one fighter that's on a different side of the street. But the good thing about Ray Vargas and B Figgy is they on the same side of the street. You know what I'm saying? They on the same side of the street. Mike on boxing, what's happening with it? Mike on sports, what's happening with it?
Mike, what's going down, Mike?
Yeah, so they on the same side of the street, dog. So we could definitely get that fight. We should definitely get that fight next. And I got beat Figgy in that fight.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying? But moving along, right? Moving along. What's happening with it, Shamar? What it do, fam? Moving along, right? It's about that time, man. Monnie Brown, you haven't heard this audio that we're gonna be breaking down yet. This audio with Mike Coppinger and Max Kellerman, right? They're claiming that Errol Spence and Terence Crawford have been having phone calls between each other, trying to make a fight happen, right? So I'm gonna play the audio, and we gonna break. Me and Money is gonna break this audio down. I might pause it in between, if we hear something catchy that we might want to cook on. But yeah, we gonna break this down for y'all. So y'all make sure that y'all smash the like button. My man, Upper Echelon says Figueroa versus Vargas next. Already said it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're right. But y'all smash on the like button. You know what I'm saying? If you want to support the channel, the Cash Apps is right there at the bottom of the screen. There's mine and there's Monnie Brown's. Support the channel, help the channel grow, and yeah, we finna cook on this, dog. This is gonna be interesting.
John Clayton, what's going down? Chop, what's going down?
This is gonna be interesting because I want to hear your take on this too. Like I said, since you haven't even heard it yet.
Yeah, I'm very interested in listening, though.
Yeah, so man, let's listen to this. Hold on. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna set it up. Hold on, real quick. Where's my I'm gonna set it up so we don't got to worry about no interruptions. Hold on. And while I'm setting this up for y'all, make sure that y'all press on the like button. Smash the like button for me.
Smash the like, y'all. Smash the like. Please smash the like. Oh, hold on. Let me put my charger. Hold on, Ken.
Okay. Yeah, let me know. Just let me know when you come back and we're gonna start the audio. Renee Box Young, what's happening with it, Renee? Yeah. And like I said, while we waiting for Money, everybody that haven't smashed the like button, just get the likes up for us. Because y'all don't want to miss this one. Trust me. Yeah, some of y'all gonna be, Max Kellerman. All I gotta say is Max Kellerman, and both of them dudes, man, they something else. Real talk, they something else. I'm looking forward to listening to it again myself because I only ran it one time. So, soon as Monnie Brown get back on here, we're gonna get this audio started for y'all. Real talk. Make sure it's playing. I'm told you have a. Yep.
I'm ready, Key.
Okay, man. So we're gonna play this, and once again, for the people in the background, for the people that's watching, this is Max Kellerman and Mike Coppinger speaking on, sources say and rumors say that Errol Spence and Terence Crawford have been having phone conversations with each other, trying to get a fight done. And so here it is, Money. Let's listen to it. Let's break this down.
All right, let's go.
I'm told you have a Crawford Spence update. What is it?
Yeah, I do, Max. I mean, this has been going on forever now, but I'm told that Spence and Crawford have been talking directly over the phone, trying to see if they can salvage this somehow, some way, without the promoters and networks involved. And I'm told that they agreed on a purse split that they both find fair, and that after that, Team Crawford sent over a memorandum of understanding to PBC earlier this week. So, again,
let's run that back. Hold on.
Purse split that they both find fair, and that after.
Hold on.
Over the phone, trying to see if they can salvage this somehow, some way, without the promoters and networks involved. And I'm told that they agreed on a purse split that they both find fair, and that after that, Team Crawford sent over a memorandum of understanding to PBC earlier this week. So, again,
so let me stop it right there. So he said that Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, they both spoke on the phone. They agreed to a purse split that they're both comfortable with. And then Terence Crawford sent over what did he say? A memorandum.
Like I say, a memorandum.
Let me get that right so I don't mess the word up. Memorandum of understanding. A memorandum of understanding to the PBC. So Terence Crawford sent over a memorandum of understanding to the PBC. Well, we're going to do this. Let's look up the definition of memorandum.
That's what I'm doing right now.
You know what I'm saying? Let's look up the definition of memorandum.
A written message in business or diplomacy. He told them of his decision in the memorandum. So a written message in business. So basically he sent over a note saying, okay, now look, we talked and this is what I want to agree on and this is what I'm gonna do. So the nigga write notes now.
Right. So, and I wanted to get a breakdown of that so everybody could know what that is. A memorandum, right? So he sent that over telling them, like you said, we didn't spoke and this is what, you know what I'm saying, I'll agree on. So you basically telling them how to run their shit. Like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I agree on. But this the same man that said that he already had agreed to everything. That's interesting. Now I'm gonna go ahead and continue to play the audio. Let's go ahead and continue to play it, right?
To PBC earlier this week.
Hold on.
Find fair, and that after that, Team Crawford sent over a memorandum of understanding to PBC earlier this week. So, again, I fully expect Errol Spence to push forward with that fight against Keith Thurman, and now Terence Crawford has a mandatory that was ordered to fight Alexis Rocha to keep his title. But at least there is movement in the background, and if not now, maybe hope for the future.
See, when I hear something like that, and by the way, I'd like to extend once again, Al Heyman has an open invitation to come on this show.
So right there, right. I know you can't see it, Money. So I'm watching it right now too, right? So Max Kellerman gives a little smirk when he's saying, yeah, and then again, Al Heyman has, open invitation to come on this show. And Max Kellerman give like a little smirk while he's saying it, right? Mike Coppinger just like start giggling while he was saying it, right? So he's smirking while he's saying it. Mike Coppinger is giggling while he's saying it. Now he know good so damn well that Al Heyman ain't coming on no Max on Boxing. Why would Al Heyman come on a top-ranked ESPN platform when Al Heyman ain't never did an interview ever? So he talking about, and I gave an open invitation for Al Heyman to come. Man, Al Heyman don't even know who the fuck you is.
Yeah.
But, and it's funny because I caught it. I'm watching them, and it's like they had like a little inside thing.
Yeah, a little inside joke.
Yeah.
Like trying to be sarcastic and shit.
Yeah, being sarcastic because they've been behind the scenes, like, you know what I'm saying, having a little inside going on. But let's go ahead and continue to play the audio.
Invitation to come on this show. When I hear stuff like that, if it doesn't get made, I do look at PBC. It makes me think if they can't make this now after the fighters are independently trying to work it out, right? That they don't think that their guy can win. Spence thinks he can win because Spence is a real fighter. Terence Crawford thinks he can win. Why? What is getting in the way of this fight? Well, according to your reporting and analysis, the last time around, it was, things coming from the PBC side, not being transparent, not giving Crawford a deal that anyone would sign, right? So hopefully this is a step in the right direction. What's the latest on Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko?
So he says that if they don't get the fight done, he feels that it's on the PBC. That they don't believe that their fighter can win. They don't believe Errol Spence can win. And if it don't get done this time, it has to fully be on the PBC, because last time it was on the PBC because they wouldn't give Terence Crawford transparency, giving him a horrible split. And this is ESPN. This is Max Kellerman and Mike Coppinger talking, right? Let's go back to the beginning. When he says that, first of all, they say that they, they're hearing this. Sources are behind the scenes telling them these things that, we spoke. Now, I listened to that, right? And I thought long, after I listened to this video, I thought long about it, Money. I said, do I even believe that they've talked? Now I start thinking, I'm thinking rationally, right? So I'm like, I think they was talking on the phone, right? Whoever contacted who, I don't know, right? We know that Errol Spence and Keith Thurman, it still haven't been announced, right? And so, do I believe they was talking on the phone? I said, well, let me do some research, because this came out. I'm pretty sure this came out on Max on Boxing. It came out on 3/3, so it came out on Friday. It had to come out, right? Max on Boxing came out on Friday. I'm pretty sure Errol Spence, he seen it, or he heard about it. Somebody done sent it to him. Terence Crawford seen it. Ain't now one of them said that it wasn't true, right? Last thing we heard Errol Spence, besides, he's making comments on the fights because he had been active on social media. Last thing that we heard about anything with Terence Crawford, he kind of put up a cryptic message letting everybody know that he was going to spin the block. Like, yeah, I'm working on, I'm saying, I didn't know what that cryptic message was at the time, but I'm hearing this, and he kind of like, I'm letting everybody know I'm still trying to spin the block on his ass, right? Mm-hmm. So Terence Crawford, he didn't come out on social media and say this wasn't true. So I'm like, okay, well, if this didn't have no truth to it, one of them would have came out on social media and, put cap or something. You know how Errol do. He'll come out and put just, a baseball cap, let something is cap. And he ain't said nothing, right? So I'm like, okay, listening to this, I said, okay, I think they have spoke to each other in the background. EJ Benden let everybody know he want to spin the block on this nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? He don't really want to fight Keith Thurman unless he have to. And, he really know that he see that Terence Crawford trying to make other moves, right? To try to get further and further away from this undisputed bout. You know what I'm saying? Soon I'm going to have to continue to come out of pocket with too much money, trying to, get these mandatories held off and wasting my time. So I'm going to see what's popping with this dude. So I believe that they did speak in the background. Now, when I'm listening to this, I said, this is a whole PR stunt for Terence Crawford to duck Errol Spence and blame it on the PBC, because you got to listen to what they saying, right? Now, when they said that they hearing this news, how you hearing this news? Because you certainly not hearing it from PBC. You know what I'm saying? PBC don't speak to Mike Coppinger. They don't mess with that dude. Who has ties to ESPN still? Terence Crawford, Bomac. Terence Crawford's side, they still have sides. They still have, connects that they mess with heavy on ESPN and with Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? ESPN, well, and I say ESPN because Mike Coppinger, he worked for ESPN. So now I'm like, okay, dude or whoever, you know what I'm saying, Terence Crawford or whoever is letting them know, okay, yeah, we talking to him. But they coming out with a whole PR campaign for Bud because they're already telling you, right, ahead of time. Well, this is what's happening. They're talking in the background, and if the fight don't happen, it's on the PBC. The PBC is afraid that Errol Spence can't beat Terence Crawford when they saw the moves that Terence Crawford made from the jump. So I'm listening to this Money, and I said, this shit is a whole motherfucking a PR campaign, and I think Bud is getting a hand on the media. Like, because they probably is talking, but he already know the move he finna make. So he knows that ESPN, they got a big voice. You know what I'm saying? They got a big voice. That shit gonna spread. Now all I need to do is when this shit fall through, because I really don't want to fight. And I really it was the PBC again. Why right? You heard how biased that shit was. Listening to that, man, what's your take on that? Listening to that.
Like you said, bro, coming from both of them dudes, I agree that Earl and Bud got on the phone and talked with one another. For as it being next, like you saying, I don't know how true it is. For as it being next, it could have some validity to it about them talking about fighting in the future and what's going down after they next fight, some ish like that, or it could probably be next. But like you say, they not getting none of that information from nobody from the PBC, none. You know what I'm saying? None, because last time, like I said, when they came out with the info, we know where they got it from. Bomac, Bud, whomever that they still talking to, things of that nature. So just to say that they, oh well, we had a little talk behind the scenes, and I did this, and it sounded like some shit Terence Crawford to say. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like, yeah, we talked behind the scenes, and I sent them a little something. They asking for trying to get a little something up out of them, and we sent over something to PBC to see if they'll bite, and to let them know what we like and things of that nature. But we know Errol Spence ain't talked to neither one of them. Then when they said it about Al, and I sent Al Heyman an open invitation, like, bro, Al Heyman ain't even watching your ass, bro. So you sent them an open invitation, where? You know what I'm saying? Where? You know what I mean? So it's like, seriously, like, where you sending the open invitation to? So when we listen to it, it's like they fucking guess just as good as ours, Key. You know what I'm saying? They doing what we doing, sitting back, reading in between the lines and shit like that. Like I say, everybody want to know what's going on with Errol Spence and the PBC. Everybody want to know what's his next move, things of that nature. If it's going to be Terence Crawford, Errol Spence is going to announce it. If Earl and Bud is going to fight, Errol Spence is going to announce it, bro, and PBC is going to announce it. That's going to be out front. They're not going to let Terence Crawford go out there and beat around the bush no more, right? They're going to have some signed, sealed, and delivered to where his ass is locked in, right? Ain't no talking to this person, talking to that person. He'll be locked in, and they're going to announce it. You know what I'm saying? So just overall, just listening to them, bro, they reaching a little bit to me, bro. They reaching a little bit and trying to they throwing bait out there and trying to get a bite. You know what I'm saying? Well, we heard this and we heard that, and come on, man. Come on, bro. Like, stop it, man. Stop it. Like, I don't give a damn how good y'all want to say y'all is on with sources and insights and all that shit. I ain't gonna believe it until I hear PBC and Errol Spence come out they mouth and tell us what's going down. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see though. Do I want it to be true? Yes, I want it to be true. You know what I'm saying? Do we want Earl to go into the ring after almost a year layoff going up against Terence Crawford? I feel like he still can get the job done. I feel like it's Errol Spence. I feel like after a couple of rounds, he heats up anyway and start getting the job done. But if he doing something else next, then that's what he do next. But yes, I do want to see the fight with him and Terence Crawford. So I'm a little hopeful that the situation is ongoing of them talking about fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know if it's going to be next or not. But if they sitting back talking about fighting in the future, the next fight after both of them getting a fight in, they'll be right on schedule with one another. You know what I'm saying? That'd be good for us as well. Even if they fight at the end of the year, that'd be good for us. But for us, them two coming out, speaking on some shit, trying to be sarcastic and shit like that, and then like you say, he trying to shit on the PBC right off the bat, right off the bat, bro. Yeah. He throwing shot. Or they're not very confident that their guy can win. Like, bro, why would you say some shit like that? If he telling you that we negotiate, why would you come out and say some shit like, oh, they're not confident that their guy win, or throw some bullshit out there in the air? Errol Spence think he can win, but they're not. It ain't matter what they think. If Errol Spence want the fight, he go get the fight. Period. And then when he say, "Oh, what about the transparency?" But he don't talk about the Twitter, the back and forth Twitter shit, and everything else that happened after that. They just want to throw little snippets out there of what can, you know what I'm saying, can make it look like PBC and Errol Spence don't want the fight with Terence Crawford. So they're not. That's why I say they don't want to put nobody on there that's gonna challenge their ass for real, you know. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm not. They can take that shit and ride off into the sunset with it, bro. Until Errol Spence and PBC announce that, bam, this is what it is, then I'm still on board with Errol Spence going to do something different. And Terence Crawford for the fight Alexis Arocha. And like you said, Keith, like it can be a PR stunt to where they can make it as if, you know, yeah, we was trying to talk and negotiate with them, but we couldn't get it done. So we gotta fight Alexis Arocha. You know what I'm saying? Now we gotta fight. Some shit like we were saying Bill Haney and Devin Haney was doing with Tank a little bit. Oh, well, we know we got this fight for to be locked in. Let's go make it like, you know, Tank don't want to fight us right now. So we can say, well, we ain't got no choice but to do this. So, you know, it look like they're going to be in a position where they try to make it like, oh, well, we ain't got no choice. You know, we're trying to fight Errol Spence. We did everything we could. Same shit they was doing over there with Top Rank. We did everything we could. So now we're going over here because we're not going to sit around and wait. You know, what I supposed to do? Wait. And first thing people say, what y'all want him to do? Not feed his family? Y'all just want him to be just sitting out, just waiting on Earl. Also, let Errol Spence fight and let Terence Crawford start the ring. And then, you know what I'm saying, all that weird shit. So, yeah, man, we just got to see how it play out, though. But, you know, I don't take that shit with a grain of salt, and I ain't letting that shit, you know, get into my system to have me, you know, jumping and hollering and saying, oh, man, we got hope on this end. That shit fly right over my head, bro.
Right, man. I'm gonna read this super chat real quick. My man Sean Clark in the super chat, he says it don't make any sense. They're saying EJ and Bud agreed on a purse split. They don't decide the purse and revenue split that was in play. That was in play is better. He says they don't decide the purse and revenue split that was in play is better. And salute to my man Sean Clark, man. So I'm listening to it, like I said, Money, and I'm analyzing like just how they acted, everything that they saying, right? And I'm like I said, I do believe it is some truth that they did speak, but I'm breaking this shit down and I'm just going off of how they acting and what they're saying. It's a PR campaign. They're getting out in front of the news and they doing it via Terence Crawford. Like I'm hearing him already telling them, like, yeah, me and Errol, we've been talking on the phone and I already told them. You know what I'm saying? I told him this, and that, because we already both agreed on what we cool with. Me and Errol, we didn't agree. And then it's another side of that story, right? Because if they're not trying to get in front of the story, right, and make it look bad on the PBC side, if they don't already know, because if you hear him, he says, but we fully expect Errol Spence to go on and fight Keith Thurman. And we also fully expect, you know, Terence Crawford, now he has a mandatory with Alexis Rocha that he has to fight. So Bud then went and told him, yeah, we talking and we agreed to this, and that. But PBC, they already ain't trying to make it. They already, you know what I'm saying, they this and they doing this, they not trying to make the fight. So I'm just letting y'all know I tried.
So
right,
Bud back on there talking to two people again.
Right. I'm just letting y'all know I tried. Right. This is where this story is coming from. So they're going off of strictly what Bud said. Already know what he said. Right. So now when the news come out, it's all on PBC. They're getting ahead of the news, bro. Because if it wasn't that, why do you have to say, well, you know, if the fight don't happen now, you're gonna know that it's all on the PBC and this and that. Why wouldn't you just come out and say, look, I spoke to sources say what they want to say, right? And who we spoke to told us that Terence Crawford and Bud have been speaking in the background, you know, seeing if they can, you know, make this fight happen, and we'll see what comes out about it. You know, Bud has told us, he told us that they both agreed on such and such on the phone, and we'll see what happens.
But then let's go again to Pete when he said, well, they've been negotiating. They say without the promoters and networks get into it. But then he turned around and say he sent PBC a note. Like, come on, man.
Right, exactly, right. So they trying to get in front of the news, off of what he didn't already told them. You see what I'm saying? Off of what he didn't already told him. So they smirking back, talking about, Al Heyman, and the PBC and Al Heyman, they don't believe that their fighter can win. Bro, we see right through that shit. They need to do a little better acting for me.
Mm-hmm.
I already know what's coming. So with that being said, nah, they ain't finna fight next. Bud is just getting it out in front of this story, trying to pretend again, like he been trying to make the fight. Yeah, he didn't talk to EJ. He got to do that to get that story out. So yeah, I do really believe that they talked, because EJ want to spin the block. He been said that shit, dog. Yeah, so that part is the truth. You know what I'm saying? That part is the truth. He got to get the story out. It's crazy, man. This dude think he's slick, dog. If they had him went about it a different way, then they might would have been able to fool me. You know what I'm saying? Then they might would have been able to fool me. But all that extra shit that they were saying and doing, I already know what it is. I know what it is.
Yeah, like I said, I don't trust neither one of them cats. Then throwing them little slick shots as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, bro. We not stupid. We not stupid at all, homie.
So, if y'all watching this, I'm giving y'all the play before it happens. The fight ain't gonna happen. And they are already gearing up their campaign to blame it on the PBC, when the real reason is he don't want the fight. His whole thing now is just a flex for the media and the fans to make it look like he wants to fight. To make it look like, well, the only reason I fought Alexis Rocha is because I had two options: to fight Errol Spence, and if I wouldn't fighting Errol Spence, they mandated and they're making me fight Alexis Rocha. I tried to fight Errol Spence. We spoke on the phone.
I gave him my numbers.
And Al Heyman, I let them know exactly what we both agreed to, everything, but the PBC and Al Heyman, they wasn't trying to get the fight done. They wasn't trying to make the fight. They know everything, right? And they know that Terence Crawford sent some demands over, because basically that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? He sent some demands over. Let them know what he was cool with. I'm cool with this split. I'm cool with this, and that, right? This is what it's going to do to make me take this fight, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is what y'all going to have to do in order for me to take this fight. Right? Y'all know that he sent something over, but y'all didn't talk about what he sent over. So you mean to tell me that this sounds like it's coming from Terence Crawford or from somebody that's very close to Terence Crawford? You mean to tell me that they didn't speak to y'all about what he was sending over? Why y'all didn't talk about what some of those things that he sent to the PBC was, if he sent something to the PBC? Because I'm pretty sure y'all know exactly what it is if he told y'all. Because he didn't just tell you that, because the next thing is, this is what I told them. This is what I sent over to them. Right. Y'all wouldn't have had no problem talking about it.
To John W., you're a liar. Go ask your mama all the good things I said about Bud. She'll tell you. Said a lot of good things about Bud.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too many holes in their shit. And I can see right through it. I can see exactly what they trying to do, dog. So yeah, we seeing the play. We seeing it. They already gearing up. Like I said, like he said, we fully expect Errol Spence to go on and, go on with the Keith Thurman fight. And we, now we fully expect Terence Crawford to go and have to fight his mandatory that was ordered. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Why would you fully expect that if you just got done telling us that they've been having talks on the phone and they both agreed to some shit between each other, and now all that's got to happen is the networks to agree to it. Nah, because Terence Crawford didn't already told y'all something that y'all already preparing to run with. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get out ahead. They already got their next story forming already. They already got their whole next story put together already before they even put it out. And I'm telling y'all they do. Watch and see how they move with this. That shit's already written out. They just gonna come out. They just gonna come with it. You know what I'm saying? In segments. All that shit already written out. Eric Johnson says, Bud ain't gonna fight EJ. His energy been different since he saw EJ beat the hell out of Ugas. He made up his mind then that he ain't. He made up his mind then that he ain't fighting EJ. That's real. You know what I'm saying? You can see by how he moving, bro. But these dudes, man, Max Kellerman ought to be ashamed of himself, dog. Real talk. And you know, but the only thing is we know that they work for Top Rank, and we know that they've been against Al Heyman and the PBC from shit. They want to make it look like that it's their fault. Them dudes at ESPN, because they have a close relationship with Terence Crawford. Max Kellerman has a relationship with Terence Crawford. Mike Coppinger has a relationship with Terence Crawford. Don't man one of them have no type of relationship with Errol Spence or nobody on the PBC. That's a fact.
Big facts.
You know?
Big fact, big facts. Big fact, big facts. And you know how I get to when you try to reach out and get a interview, and I know they see how, and this be real shit, y'all. They see Brian Custer can get all the interviews, and you know they reaching out trying to get interviews, can't get nobody to come on their shit, so they gonna make it like that. You know what I'm saying? They feeling some type of way, and I'm quite sure Max Kellerman reached out to Errol Spence to try to get him on the show. I'm quite sure of that one, bro. My brother A1 Hoops on, what's going down, big bro? How you feeling, child? You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure Max Kellerman reached out to Errol Spence to try to get him on the show.
Yeah. A1, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah, I got that. Appreciate you, A1. I got that yesterday. But Boxiana, what's going on with it? What's happening with it? Diana says the great thing about all this, y'all, the YouTube boxing community commentators, y'all are where it skipped on me. She says, y'all are powerful. Tear that stupid narrative down. Y'all are powerful. Y'all are a powerful community. Supporters are tired of this itch. Yeah,
Hey,
man,
Boxiana, how you doing, love? How you doing, Boxiana?
And we all tired of it, dog. And like I said, watch this and mark my word. This whole shit is played out on their side. He's getting in front of it. This ain't nothing but them pushing the narrative for Terence Crawford to duck, and for them to make it, put it all on the PBC. Watch how this play out. I'll be willing to bet anybody money. And I'm doing this live, me and Money doing this, right? So when it play out, like I'm telling y'all this shit gonna play out. Hey, what manager Marty say? What's his slogan? Roll the footage. That's all y'all gotta do. I think that's his slogan, something like that. Roll the footage. Roll it. All you got to do is come back to this live, and I'm going to tell y'all, hey, I told y'all how it's going to play out. Now, you're going to have all these Bud Crawford fanatics, the BPC. Roll the tape. Manager Marty say roll the tape. Yeah, that's all y'all going to have to do is come back to the live and roll the tape. This shit mapped out. He got ESPN. He got Mike Coppinger, Max Kellerman. Watch how they move with this whole situation. And watch how these clowns all try to come and put it on Errol Spence and make it like the Errol Spence and the PBC didn't want to fight. And they did everything that Terence Crawford did everything that he could do on his side. And you know what else is going to happen? He going to come out with a whole bunch of lies. And then all that shit going to get shot down. Because the truth going to start coming out. Telling you. It's crazy, man. Like Real talk. Do you think that? Because I really do think that they did talk to each other. Do you believe that they talked to each other?
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure. You know what I'm saying? They had little talks behind the scene and shit like that. You know, like I kept telling people, man, Earl want to fight. The dude want to fight, bro. That's all he had his mind set on. That's the only fight he wanted, bro, was Terrence Bud Crawford. That's all he wanted. That's the only fight. Every time he's in the camera, that's the only fight he want. And it look like it's still the only fight he want, bro. But you know, he ain't feel let no nigga make an ass out of him no twice now. But that's the fight he wanted, bro. When they was out talking about, oh man, he really don't want the fight. He don't want. That's the only fight the dude wanted was fucking Terrence Bud Crawford.
Hey, I'm laughing at this comment. My bad, dog. Hey, you read this comment because what she said was some real shit, dog. On Twitter, man, these Bud fans, dog, they on a whole different level. Like a whole different level, dog. This comment that she just dropped is some trill shit, right?
What they say, Bastiana? Earl only got 3 kids. Bud got 9. Bud got 9 kids. Earl got 3.
I'm gonna read this. She said, I don't want to hear nothing Bud or his fans gotta say. A Bud fan told me Bud had better meat than Errol. I'm sick of them. And if y'all know what she mean, yeah, this is a Bud Crawford fan. A grown man talking about Bud Crawford is slanging better meat than Errol Spence. Bro, you can't make this shit up, dog. Yeah. And I'm glad she dropped because I seen it. And it was multiple, right? It was multiple of them on there backing that shit up, dog. Like, yeah. Bro, you can't make that shit up, dude. These Bud Crawford fans is different. Bro, they different, dog. They coming with shit that you ain't never heard of with boxing fans ever, dog. You got grown men out here talking about, yeah, you know, Bud Crawford, he's slanging better meat than Errol Spence. Errol Spence couldn't even handle Bud Crawford's woman. He couldn't even handle nothing like that. Like, bro, what's wrong with these dudes, dog?
Niggas got their tape measures out and shit. Grown ass man.
What's wrong with these dudes, dog?
Niggas out with tape measures, bro.
Hey, bro, these dudes is different, dog, for real. I'm seeing this shit on Twitter, and I'm trying to ignore this shit, but I can't. I'm like, did this motherfucker really say this shit? Hey, bro, these dudes they need help, bro. These Bud Crawford fans is different. These niggas is on a whole different level, dog.
A nigga come in my chat tell me that shit, I'm blocking his ass and any nigga that's riding with him.
Like they on a whole different level, and it was like I said, it was multiple. It like I said, motherfuckers came behind that shit, backing it up. Like that's facts, 100 facts. Oh shit, man! I said these motherfuckers is burnt out, dog. These Bud Crawford fans is burnt the fuck out all the way. Like it does, this shit don't get no worse than that. Hey, y'all got me in tears. Oh shit, y'all got me in tears. Hey, my baby Gina, she watching it. She in tears. I didn't even know she watching the channel. She couldn't hold that one in. Some real shit. We ain't lying either. Bruh, I don't know. It's like at one point, what I mean, you just lost for words. You know what I'm saying? What can you say, dog?
I don't even want to come back and say shit to that.
Like you just lost for words. Hey, some of you niggas in the background right now. Some of you weirdos is in the background right now. I know some of y'all was that was, you know what I'm saying, liking that shit and putting 100s up and big facts and all that shit under the comment. Some of y'all in here right now mad as hell that we talking about this.
Niggas in the background talking, but it's true.
And they thought it was perfectly normal, dog. Like until right now, they thought that shit was perfectly normal. Yeah, man. That's that's Bud Crawford fans for you. Real talk. Man, I don't know, dog. I don't know, man. But I'm telling y'all the play that's gonna happen. These dudes are some clowns, man. For real. I don't know. And I'm a think, right? I'm gonna think rationally, right? I'm gonna think rationally, right? I don't know if they have such a close relationship with Terence Crawford that they just actually believe the things that they're saying, right? Because a lot of times, if you just get in one side of the story and you believe in this person because that's your, you know what I'm saying? That's who you built a relationship with, right? And you really believe in this person. So I don't know if they really believe that shit that they saying, right? Max Kellerman could really believe that shit that he's saying. Or if they know all that shit's some bullshit, right? And they just know that they gonna do what they gotta do to put it on the PBC. They could really believe everything that Bud Crawford and his team is telling them because that's where it's coming from. We know that. Common sense will tell you that.
Uh-huh. For sure. Just like they came out with the shit last time, bro. That's exactly where they getting it from. Either Bud and Bomac, bro. Them connections they got. Those two.
Uh-huh.
Bud and Bomac. ESPN. Bomac got a great relationship with ESPN. You heard how he talked about ESPN, how they treated him and his team, how he still got fighters over on ESPN. So he well connected with them. So for sure, they getting it from Bud and Bomac, bro. And that's why they so confident in coming out and saying what they saying.
Oh man, Tony, what's happening with it, man? I appreciate you, man. I appreciate Tony in that Cash App. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. And so the saga continues, right? So now we know what's gonna happen from here. The saga continues. We're gonna get all these weirdo Bud Crawford fans running around all over YouTube. They already started. You know what I'm saying? Up under your comments, Errol Spence and the PBC scared. Bud Crawford, he spit the block on Errol Spence. Bud did this and Bud did that. It showed that EJ don't want to fight and the PBC don't want to fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's next. That's what's next. How y'all feel about this whole situation? You know, let me get y'all input in the chat. And y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash the like button. And yeah, I want to see y'all input in the chat.
Facts. Sam said they know Max always on some BS when it comes to PBC and Al Haney. Facts, bro.
Nunu said, what's wrong with somebody having Bud's back? All the brothers, he said, all the brothers riding for Spence.
Who said somebody got a problem with anybody having Bud back, bro?
Having somebody back and then pushing the false narrative is two different things.
And
so
all the brothers ain't bad for Errol Spence.
Right.
Y'all just see what y'all want to see and y'all hear what y'all want to hear.
Now, at this point, right? If, like I said, if they really are having the talks, if they didn't spoke to each other and say some of the shit is true, right? Say they spoke to each other and they actually did agree with each other what they comfortable with taking a split, right? The split percentage. Well, I thought that Terence Crawford already agreed to the split percentage. Right or wrong?
Right.
That's what he said.
They came to an agreement.
He said that they already came to an agreement on the split in the contract that he got. He said that was never a problem. He said it wasn't no problem. He agreed to everything. We know that the agreed to everything was a lie because then he came back and said, well, I had a problem with transparency. Then they gave him transparency. Then he had a problem with the type of transparency that they was giving him, right? He's like, nah, that's cool. Y'all giving me transparency, but now I decided I want full transparency to make decisions for Showtime. I want to be able to make the decisions for Showtime, basically telling y'all you got to go through me to get the okay on the budget, right? I got to be able to okay things that y'all want to do on the budget. Right. I've never heard a fighter doing that, especially a fighter that's coming in that don't even have ties to the network. Right? That won't even agree to have a multi-fight deal with the network. A fighter coming in saying that, you know, things with the budget, you have to run past me. You have to run it past me first, and I got to be able to agree to it. Like, that shit let everybody know, anybody that had any type of common sense, right? But what Blue Blood say, he always used, well, I guess common sense is not so common, people. Anybody with common sense, hey, anybody with common sense should know that at that point, that motherfucker didn't want to fight. Ain't no network finna fucking let a fighter come over and let them fucking take over the goddamn budget, basically. No network is finna, you know what I'm saying? No network is finna do that. They not even finna let Canelo come to Showtime talking about, well, I want to be able to approve and disapprove of different things y'all got in your budget. Come on, dog. That nigga know they wouldn't finna agree to that shit. He know good so well they not finna agree to that. That's when you get to asking for something that you know you're not gonna get. And why would you do that? Because you don't want to fight at all. So we knew that at that point in time he didn't want to fight. But going back to now, if all of that shit true, right, and now he's sending them over more things. What is he sending them over? What could those things, right? If that, let's say this is true, and he sent PBC basically to break it down, like some different demands that he's demanding in order to make the fight happen. What do you think those demands could have if this is true?
Shit, really thinking about, like, okay, you got to talk about, the shit that he was talking about, right? He wanted the transparency, right? So he got the transparency. Now, what he gonna say? A date and a number? Like, he can't say too much, bro. Like, what? Like, when you say, oh, well, he sent them over this or what he want, how can you send them over something, right? And you don't have a clue of what the budget going to be or nothing like that. You feel me? You don't even know what the numbers is that they even trying to project. So you can't just go off of what they were saying at first, because I'm quite sure unless you just over there, you got the contract that people gave you, and now you just studying that shit and just, you know what, that sounds kind of cool around like that and this, and I'm gonna learn this, and you know what I'm saying, you got them people contract that you're looking at, and now you feel like you're a better businessman than you was in the beginning. But when we're looking at the situation, it's like, bro, you still got to come back to the table and sit down and see what the date is, see what, you know what I'm saying, what this is, how they going forward about the situation. You got to sit down and do all type of shit. So what you thinking in your head, right, it's not going to be near or what's going to go down when we sitting down at the table and talking about some shit, because you got to sit down with Al Heyman regardless. Well, not sit down, but talk to him. You know what I'm saying? You got to talk to him regardless. So you just sitting over some shit ain't going to be, you know what I'm saying, nowhere near or what it's going to be when you get on the phone. So You can have an estimate of what you want. You feel me? And what you feel like you should get out of the what I'm saying, the situation. Or did your ass just write a sorry note from fucking them over? You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I went and wrote a sorry note. I was wrong, and what I'm saying, y'all guys was right, and no, I didn't get this, and I would have made more, and I should have just listened to you, Al. I fucked up, and I'm sorry. I didn't know what I thought I knew, and I was ashamed, and I'm ashamed now looking at it. So I don't know what the fuck he sent over, bro, but it ain't gonna be nearly what the fuck you think it's gonna be once he get his ass on the phone with Al Heyman. Because one thing Al Heyman ain't gonna do is take no bullshit. He's still gonna be a man of whatever he's standing on, and you got to deal with it, bro. At the end of the day, so we'll see if this, like, if it's true, it's gonna come to the front. You know what I'm saying? If it's true, it's gonna come to the front. So all we gotta do is sit back and wait for everything to drop, so we can grill Max and motherfucking Mike Coppinger for just going out there trying to get them some motherfucking some content. You know what I'm saying? Nigga needed some content, so he just made up some shit. You feel me? I ain't gonna say made up some shit. He took what he probably got, you know what I'm saying, and they running with it, putting their little spin on it and shit like that. With his open invitation to Al Heyman and shit like that, man.
Now, like I said, I'm gonna get in front of the story just like they do, right? We gonna get in front of the story, and I'm gonna break all this shit down from A to Z. Now, we are gonna hear a lot of people say, well, Saudi Arabia is giving out big money for fights. You know what I'm saying? They putting on big money for fights. They can have Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and why don't they do it in Saudi Arabia, right? Because we're gonna hear that. That's a fact. We're gonna hear that. Why ain't Al letting Errol Spence do it over in Saudi Arabia, right? Now, let me tell y'all this. Boxing ships is about relationships and money, right? Just because Bob Arum has a relationship with them Saudi dudes, just because Eddie Hearn has a relationship with them dudes over in Saudi Arabia, don't mean that Al Heyman have that relationship with them. You see what I'm saying? It's about relationships that you formed in the business. We know that Eddie Hearn and that Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum have formed a good relationship with them guys over in Saudi Arabia. But we haven't seen Al Heyman and the PBC put no fights on over in Saudi Arabia. They haven't. They haven't done no business with them dudes. So I'm looking at it like he might not even have a relationship with them people. You know what I'm talking about? Like, how the fuck he gonna go over there and put a fight on and he don't have a relationship with them people? He don't do business with them people for some reason. Maybe he just don't know them like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what y'all got to think. You're not just finna go blind and, you know what I'm saying, in a big fight like this, is start doing relations and start doing business with somebody you might not even have a relationship with. Now, I'm not saying that's the fact, but I'm saying that could be it. You know what I'm saying? That could be it. He might not have Al Heyman, and you know what I'm saying, and Tom Brown and them might not have a relationship with the Saudis. Because, hey, to get the biggest money, that probably would be ideal. And I know a lot of people gonna bring that up. It probably would be ideal. But then, like I said, you just got to think of the fact that it's about relationships, who you have a relationship with. Just because they have one, don't mean that he got one. What's your take on that?
Disconnected.
All facts. You know what I mean? And then Al ain't really looking to go over to no goddamn Saudi Arabia. Like, they know they business is right in Vegas, bro. Right in Vegas. Who finna fly? Like, you talking about Errol Spence Terence Crawford? Who flying all the way to fucking Saudi Arabia to watch Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight?
It ain't gonna be no fans. It'll just be the Saudi people, and
Exactly.
Whoever can make it out there.
They're not taking that fight to no goddamn Saudi Arabia to get a fight to them damn Muslim people. Earl and Bud ain't even fucking Muslim.
Hey, that's another fact. They're one of them Muslims.
Yeah, they ain't even Muslim. You know what I'm saying? So now I know business is business and shit like that, but that's not good business for PPC. You feel me? That's not good business for PPC. So it's like, then we gotta wake up at what time to get the fight? 3 o'clock. They know that shit ain't good for business for a pay-per-view fight of that magnitude over in the U.S., bro. So that fight is going straight to Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Straight. If they want to try to come in and talk to PBC on some, um, what's the word? They come in and put some money in on the shit. You know, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that. But other than that, if that fight ain't going to no damn Saudi Arabia. They taking that fight straight to Vegas where they want to be at. On Showtime. If it ain't Fox pay per view, but it's gonna be Showtime, right? And they go work it like that, bro. They go work it like that. So Steven Espinosa said some good shit too. I heard him talking about, like you say, if they talking, we gonna let them talk until they say they need us to come in and speak on it. So that was a little plus as well when Steven Espinosa said that. So like I say, bro, if it's true that they talking about making this fight happen next, it'll be in the front real soon. You know what I'm saying? It'll be in the front real soon. Like we got the first half of PBC schedule. While people hating on that, it ain't. This is not mind blowing. You don't see the big names on here, but you see Tank and Ryan holding that motherfucker down, right? This is not this, but that's just the first half of the schedule. You feel me? That's the first half. Now what if that back half come and crack you upside your motherfucking head with every name that you said you was looking for? You know what I'm saying? Which is going to. But they working on it and they getting them dates together. But if it's put together and if it's the real deal, they'll bring it to the front pretty soon. They'll bring it to the front pretty soon. So but we'll see. But for us, the relationship with out there and Shaki, man, Al Heyman ain't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't running looking for the endorsements. That's what I'm trying to say. If they want to endorse the fight, but he ain't running looking for endorsements going crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to do all that shit because he know what they can do right here in the States, bro. He know what they can do with the fighters they got. You know what I'm saying? You got people hating on motherfucking Tank and Ryan promotion, right? They mad to my what they promotion and it amazed me to see how many people that ride along. Oh, where's the promotion? Oh wow, where's the promotion? Where's the promotion? But when they just said they wanted to do promotion with Terence Crawford, right? Remember that, key? We wanted to push the fight to January, February to get them some promotion. Why do they need promotion, people? They don't need promotions, right? The fight is already built. It's built.
Hey, you ain't lying, dog. Go ahead, man. Cook on their ass, dog.
Yeah,
Cook.
when it comes to Tank and Ryan, who's been getting promoted just as long as fucking Earl and Bud, and it's a big time fight, and they got way more fucking social media followers than Earl and motherfucking Bud. They worrying about their promotions and they press conferences coming up, and that's all it takes for that press conference to crack. And then, like you said, we're gonna promote this on social media. But when it came to Earl and Bud, though, you know what I'm saying, the fight need to happen. You know what I'm saying? They need, and then we ain't getting no goddamn promotion for motherfucking Terence Crawford and David Avenesian. But they worrying about, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop it, bro. Stop it. You feel me? So it just comes to the point, man, to where people just I don't know, man. People just worried nowadays, man. They just worried. They want to sound so damn smart and shit like that. But when it comes to Earl and Terence Crawford, bro, that fight going down in the States, if it happen, it's gonna happen in Las Vegas because Bud ain't gonna go to Texas. The only place you can see it happen is Texas and Vegas. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Texas or Vegas. And for sure it's gonna be Vegas because Bud ain't going to Texas. You know what I'm saying? So, if it's real, it'll come to the front real soon. Real soon.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out if that is true that he sent them, some demands and letting them know what he cool with in order to make the fight happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the fuck did he become the A side and start taking over shit? That's what I want to know.
That's what he want to be so bad. He's trying to go shop the fight, fuck the fight up the first time, trying to go shop the fight. Now he's back again. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we'll see, bro. We'll see. Because, like I say, it ain't going to be whatever he writing down on paper trying to send over, that shit ain't going to have no effects on when you sit your ass down for real. And got to talk to Al Heyman. And I don't even want to say that because now people going to come out, oh, wait a minute. Is Errol Spence running the fight or is Al Heyman running the fight? Now you just said you talked to Earl and they did this, but now you want to say you got to talk to Al. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because Terence Crawford ain't running shit, bro. ain't running nothing at all. You feel me? I'm not saying he don't got some say so on what he feel like he's deserving when it comes to sit down and talking. Because now he didn't want to talk about his lawyers is strong and all this shit, and y'all try to do me in, but now he's negotiating on his own now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get it with the dude, man. Like, just so many contradictions and catching people in lies just left to right, bro. You know what I'm saying? He don't sit down. He want to sit down and talk with his lawyers. Now he want to just sit down and talk with Errol Spence now all of a sudden.
Hey, Nunu, I want to do you a favor. I can drop you a link, Nunu. Till I actually want to hear your take. I want to hear Terence Crawford, diehard Terence Crawford fan, take on this.
Yeah, because a lot to say in the chat.
Nunu, let me know if you want me to drop you the link. I want to hear your take on this. Since you a diehard Terence Crawford fan, I would like to hear, because you hearing our take, I want to hear your take on it.
Yeah, but the niggas say this, kid. The niggas say, oh, here we go, worrying about negotiation. So we don't need to worry about negotiation. Why the fuck Terence Crawford ain't signed the contract when he sent it to him?
Let him cook. I'm gonna drop in the link. I'm gonna drop in the link. I'm finna drop the link in here for him. I'm gonna let him like I said, I'm gonna let him cook. I'm gonna do this. If we doing this, and y'all smash the like button. We doing this for the people. Now we gonna get to hear from a Terence Bud Crawford fan. We're gonna get to hear, their side of the story. How they feel about this. Y'all smash the like button. It's free. Don't cost nothing to hit the like.
Hope they don't come and kill a nigga brain cell.
I'm gonna let him cook. I want to hear his side. Don't nobody grab that link but Nunu. Don't nobody grab the link but Nunu. It's for Nunu. Yep, only for Nunu. He gonna grab the link. I want to hear, Bud Crawford's side. The link is in the chat, Nunu. We wait for you. Cook on behalf of Terence Bud Crawford's side. Come on, Nunu. We waiting for you, dog. He said he wants the link. He said he was gonna click on the link, so we wait for you. Now is we gonna roast you. Ain't nobody trying to get you on the panel, though. I'm gonna let you cook. Bro, grab the link. You said drop the link. I'm dropped the link. Ain't nobody finna roast. I mean, it ain't no roast session. We gonna have a discussion. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm not finna talk over you. I'm not even gonna talk while you talking. I want to see, what I'm saying, where you coming from as a Terence Crawford fan, diehard fan. Need I say a Terence Crawford diehard fan? So we could get the perspective from both sides. I gave my perspective. Money gave his perspective on the situation. Now, a Terence Crawford fan. And like I said, I know it's more Bud fans in here, but I know that Nunu is one personally. Let me see. So, I mean, hey. Niggas be scared to jump on the get to grab that link, but we on here. I'm like, God damn. I ain't finna do you like BF. Hey, that nigga BF relentless. That nigga BF be relentless. You grab that motherfucking link with him, that nigga be relentless on your ass. I'm gonna go ahead and let you cook. Masayo, what's happening with it? Salute, man, in that super chat, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, dog. He ain't gonna grab that link, man. Money. He ain't finna grab it. He made it obvious. He is not finna grab that link.
Yeah, hell no.
Yeah.
You gotta be scared, man.
That link, dog.
Yeah, like Yeah, like we gonna bite his head off or some shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I really wanted to hear it because I already know how they coming. You know what I'm saying? I just want to hear it. He said it ain't no way he gonna grab the link, bro. I mean, yeah, but anyway, dog, you know, I guess that wouldn't happen, but you know, one of them somebody gonna grab the link. They might grab the link on Monnie Brown TV tonight. Somebody gonna grab that motherfucking link and try to come up on Buzz's behalf. And I want to hear what the fuck they gotta say real talk. Man,
I just come back to the point though. Can you just come back to the point like you're saying though? Like, you know, a lot of people got a lot of a lot of confidence when you in a chat and shit. But when you come up on the panel, bro, like just be you, bro. It ain't like we can just reach through the panel and snatch your ass through the screen and you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? If you sound dumb as hell, the people gonna roast your ass. You know you ain't gonna never come back up here again. But other than that, nigga, just come up here and speak your truth. You feel me? If that's how you feel about the situation, that's how you feel about the situation. Just talk.
Man, I think he said the link ain't working.
Man, that's A1 saying that.
You know what? I think I got. You know what? You're right. The link ain't working. But hold on. Hold on, man. I gotta drop it in the I forgot. My bad. That's the link. But like I said, if Nunu go click the link. It's really this is for Nunu. This is for somebody that you know go hard in the paint for Bud Crawford. My man Ultraman in that super chat, man. Appreciate you. If for somebody that go hard in the paint, I want to hear a Terence Bud Crawford fan. And like I said, I'm not just pulling any Bud Crawford fan up on here because I'm not finna have no this nigga A1 a fool, dog. This nigga A1 gonna come in and put Nunu on the fucking on the thing, dog. This nigga A1 ain't got no fucking sense, man. Nigga go talk about some Nunu.
Hey, I forgot to change the icon picture. I was like, goddamn, I'm cooked off, popped already.
Icon, we'll put Nunu on the thing.
Hey, man, somebody got to do it, bro. I couldn't make the argument on their behalf. It's gonna sound, it's gonna sound the same, some ridiculous kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Some walking and chewing bubblegum at the same time, and you manage to trip and bust your head kind of shit. You know, it's all the same.
Yeah. What you think about like all that you heard, you know, from Max Kellerman while you on here, A1, from Max Kellerman and you know Mike Coppinger and all that?
I mean, it sounds about white. You know, like we just want to make sure we got Bud Crawford back. He is pound for pound, you know what I'm saying, widely considered 6-time undisputed champ. And ain't never been buzzed or knocked down or had a 50-50 fight because he done made them all look easy. So it's you know, it don't surprise me. You know, they sent, you know what I mean, we sent a contract to the PBC, letting them know that we the double A side, they just the A side. So they gonna have to, you know, they're gonna have to give us what we want. You know what I mean? Otherwise, we're gonna go fight Alexa Cockroach. You know what I mean? So we got options on this side. We got options all day, every day. And it's you know, it's a shame that you know what I mean, fans is lighting me up like this when I'm trying to give them the worst product ever. You know, like they don't appreciate that I'm putting somebody else's life on the line each and every day. You know what I mean? People showing up to the camp to help me train and you know what I'm saying, they getting a little paycheck. Old Mac getting his Big Mac. So it's like, you know, I'm doing whatever I can, you know, and you YouTubers, for some reason, y'all stand on my neck, which, you know, I keep feeding y'all bullshit, so y'all can keep doing it, but y'all keep standing on my neck, and y'all won't give me a break, man. So that's why I just keep fighting taxi drivers, Domino's drivers, you know what I mean, Amazon truck drivers, and the list goes on. I'm gonna keep doing it as long as y'all stay on my ass. Y'all get off my ass, I might, you know what I mean, I just might, you know what I mean, decide that, hey, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take the Spence fight. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pull out a week in advance and say I got an injury. And you know what I mean? Then we're gonna come back and say I need a tune-up. But y'all just gonna keep doing this shit to me. I can't keep that shit up, man.
Hey, man, but you know, it all comes down to we see the bullshit that's coming out in play, that's playing out right in front of our face. My man Odie Ibarra, man, I appreciate you in that Cash App, man. Salute to you, always coming through, showing love to the channel. What the fuck you doing, dog?
Appreciate the love, Obi.
My bad.
Hey, we ain't got all that damn noise and shit rattling in the background.
Give my son a snack. My fault. But yeah, man. No, I ain't surprised by it at all, man. I guess the thing that surprised me the most is why in the hell is Max Kellerman, ESPN? Why are they so still investing for a fighter that's no longer on that side of the? I ain't even call it that side of the fence or gate or street, whatever you want to call it. But he ain't even under, you know, what I'm saying, they promotional banner no more. Why are they still that invested?
Because he have a relationship. He's formed a good relationship with them. You know what I'm saying? That's news for them. So that's one of his news outlets. You see what I'm saying? He uses that. He uses them for good PR on himself. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what he does. He uses Max Kellerman and Mike Coppinger.
And then he a man with no land. So, you know, ESPN, they're still trying to love to have him back on their platform to fight if you get a big fight or some shit like that. So, you know.
Yeah, I think it's just more so he's formed a relationship with those certain people around ESPN. He was with them for how many years? You know what I'm saying? He was with them for years. So he formed his personal relationships with guys like Max Kellerman, Mike Coppinger, and he knows that they have a big voice. So he uses them like puppets to put out the news directly from his mouth that he wants them to put out. And they believe and run with everything that he says because that's their boy. You know what I'm saying? They think highly of Terence Crawford. They have a relationship with Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these fighters, they don't have PR teams. That's what they are for him. They are his narrative pushers. Sources says, I've been told, I was told. Who were you told by? You was told from Terence Crawford and Bomac. Terence Crawford still be at the ESPN gym and shit. Walking through. He still got a good relationship with a lot of people over there. And that's two of them. Real talk. Maybe, Dundada, right? You full of shit just like you is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and you're full of shit today on Sunday, as always. Maybe. But yeah, that's just what it is. I mean, it's common sense, bro. What you think, Money? You think he have a good relationship with Max Kellerman and Mike Coppinger that he's formed?
Hell yeah. You see the way they talk about him, like A1 said, you see the way they talk about him? Shit. They go talk about him to the utmost. You see, they go feel like they forever in competition with PBC and things of that nature. So yeah, you got a good relationship with them, bro. You know what I'm saying? So of course they go big him up to the utmost. You know, Matt Kellerman, he like to exaggerate shit. Terence Crawford is the meanest dude I ever seen, and you can put him in any era of boxing, and he will be competitive. And you know he wants to smoke, and he go big him up to the utmost because that's what they go do. You know he got Fight of the Year over there on ESPN, and you know what I'm saying, been a number one pound for pound fighter for a while now. So, well, not number one because they just had Lomachenko over his ass, but you know they go always big him up. And he do got a relationship with them to where, like, he can reach out to them, get them some news, and bam, you know they go fire the engine up and push it right there. So, not just him, Bomac as well. You know what I'm saying, Bomac as well. So, you know that for sure. Then you gotta look at the fighters that's still over there, Shakur and Keyshawn and things of that nature. They still over there. We know how Bud is to them. So they're a little tight little circle to where for sure, anytime you feel like you need to get some news out there, you know, he go call them up because you know that's gonna be his biggest outlet that he got. So I want to keep them in his back pocket, you know what I'm saying? So hell yeah, they do.
Yeah. I mean, it's just common sense, dog.
Yeah, smart move.
Like he gonna be over there 6-7 years and not form, you know what I'm saying, close relationships with people that have a big voice on the ESPN platform. Like, come on, bro. Fuck. You know, he at least that smart. ESPN is the biggest sporting entity out there. So, you know, hey, he ain't as dumb as you think he is. And a lot of people believe that shit just strictly off of listening to ESPN, bro. A lot of people gonna believe that shit, especially people that really don't, you know what I'm saying, know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, a perfect example, dog, is I'm watching Terence Crawford when he fought what's his name? I'm watching Terence Crawford when he fought goddamn
name saying David Albanese.
No.
Benavidez.
The dude from the UK, that EJ. Kell Brook. Yeah, I'm watching Terence Crawford when he fought Kell Brook with somebody that didn't know who Terence Crawford was. He didn't know who Kell Brook was, right? He don't watch boxing. And this is a true story. He don't watch boxing. And after seeing Terence Crawford, right, and then remember how they went on that whole fucking, he's a monster. Errol Spence needs to stop running from him. The fight that the world wants to see is Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and Errol Spence is afraid of him. Remember when they did that whole spiel after he fought Kell Brook?
Yeah.
Well, and like I said, this is the true story. I'm watching the whole thing with somebody that don't watch boxing. They don't know who neither one of them is. So he watched the fight, and then they hyping Terence Crawford up. They hyping him up before he come to the ring. He's the baddest man, and he's the pound for pound number one. So he's getting in tune. Like, damn, I want to see this fight that's about to come up. Is this dude that they talking about, Terence Crawford? Is he that bad? And I'm like, yeah. So he gets to asking me, like, I'm like, yeah, he can fight, you know. So he sees it, and then he sees what happened. He's like, man, this dude is bad. Then they start talking about Errol Spence, and he's like, man, who is this Errol Spence dude that's ducking him? Like, man, like, is that a big fight like they saying it is? Like, I'm like, yeah, that's the fight that everybody wants to see. Then he gets to asking me, he's like, well, why is this dude Errol Spence ducking him? Like, he's scared to fight Terence Crawford, huh? And I'm sitting back and I'm just letting him ask me questions, right? But this is coming from somebody that don't know nothing about the situation. So I say all that to say this: they have a big voice. And that shit really resonates with people that don't know the situation. And Terence Crawford knows that. You know what I'm saying? That's why he get all these dudes that jump off a cliff for him and believe anything that they come out with. It's this narrative pushing. That's all it is. It's
all
narrative
facts. All facts.
So yeah, man. But any of y'all got some closing words, man, before we get up out of here?
I'll say this, Monty, real quick. This is new, bro. You see the new avatar, man. This is new, okay? We feeling it. But you see, all jokes aside, though, I think it's funny though. ESPN trying to run a smear campaign, but you don't hear nothing come out of EJ's side except for what? That they sent the contract and they trying to negotiate and make the fight happen. When they asking, you know what I'm saying, when he was with Bob, asking 9 times in his face, hey, y'all contact Al, when can we make the fight? Instead of doing all that fake rah-rah shit, they started saying, hey, when can we make the fight? You know what I'm saying? Let's make the fight. You can't ask somebody that many times and they trying to say you ducking. You can't say something like you can't say, oh, you need to be called out by name. A motherfucker address you right after beat new guy says, telling you, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt. And then make shirts and memes and still calling it out and all that shit, and then address you on the little Twitter finger beef situation and all that shit. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's still one main thing that ain't being said from one side, and that is, yeah, I accept the fight. Let's fight. Right. You know what I mean? Earl, it's pretty evident at this point that EJ done held up his career waiting on Bud, chasing him down now. And it's like, I ain't gonna say, I'm a fan of both, right? And I would say inside the ring. That shit on the outside of the ring part, bro, like his Bud fans and Bud himself turned me like into, he made me turn my back on that part of it, bro. Cause it's like, shit can only happen so many times before, but like you motherfuckers can call you a crackhead so many times before you actual crackhead. You know what I mean? Like a duck is a duck, bro. Like if you walk like a duck, quack like a duck, swim like a duck, and look like a duck, your ass is a duck. And all the examples that we done seen over the history of Bud when it came to this EJ situation is he don't truly want no true smoke, bro. The fake little face off, the fake, oh, you overweight, EJ, you kind of pudgy and all that, just that and the third. But at the end of the day, what does it boil down to? Your trainer coming out saying that you decided to take a different route because that was the easier route for y'all. And it's like everybody wants to say, oh, EJ said he's taking the easy route. It's like, dude, at the end of the day, what have we not seen, bro? We have not seen the fight. We done seen fighters, and Devin Haney was probably most recently was the main one that literally shit on that whole situation of people being able to say, when a fighter wants to fight, they'll do whatever it takes. And Haney was, if you look that shit up, his picture's right there. My man's did I mean, literally, like, bro, you ain't never seen no fighter eat a shit sandwich twice with a smile on their face. They knew.
I said give your closing words. I didn't say restart the whole goddamn show again, dog.
Hey, we starting the show again, goddamn it. This new, okay? This new, goddamn it.
Closing words, dog.
This new, goddamn it. Nah, you can't get out of here. You got the platform, motherfucker. No, you got the platform, motherfucker. So you don't. No, I'm just playing. But no, that's all I gotta say about it, man. I appreciate you letting me on ETB. Y'all know I'll be fucking around a lot, man. And yeah, I appreciate the work y'all putting in, man, and the work y'all putting out there. And again, we just want to see the fucking fight. Everything else is hearsay and bullshit.
Yeah, for sure. And y'all make sure that y'all go sub the A1 Hoops on, keeping y'all updated on all the hot basketball content. The playoffs is coming up, and you know he working. So y'all do definitely want to go sub the A1 Hoops on. Hey, Money, man, sir. Let me get your closing words before we get up out of here.
I mean, my brother A1 was cooking though, y'all. That was fire.
Yeah, he was cooking, but nigga I'm trying to go eat. This nigga gonna have me on here for another hour and shit.
It'll just come down to the fact, man. Like I'm gonna say, man, if it's true, you know, it'll come to the front. If they in the back negotiating for the fight to be next, we'll know soon. But I'm not listening to no goddamn Max Kellerman and no Mike Coppinger coming out here trying to team up and laughing and want to throw little inside jokes and shit at Al Heyman. And, you know what I'm saying, trying to be the first one, like you say, kid, to get ahead of the curve to make it look like, oh, well, we broke the news, and we said this and we said that. So that's all it is, man. They trying to break the news. But y'all keep showing my brother Keith support, man. Appreciate the love from y'all today, man. Y'all follow me. Come on over there. I will be cooking tonight at 9:15. Come through, rock out with your boy. We're going to touch on some of these subjects. We're going to touch on Tank and Ryan press conference coming up. You know, we're going to touch on a few cats that wanted to hate on the situation. And we just gonna be talking, man. So y'all come rock out with your boy, man.
And I guarantee you, if Money dropped that link, he gonna be able to do what I couldn't do. I couldn't get no Bud Crawford fanatic to click that link. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned.
Don't worry. If A1 say he don't want to come up, or you say you don't want to come up, or a few cats that I rock with, I ain't dropping no links for these word motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, you already know. I'm definitely finna be in the building.
I ain't finna kill my brain cells. Fuck all that.
I'm definitely finna be in the building. You already know that, man. But I appreciate everybody that came through, showed us love, came through, you know what I'm saying? Listen to me and Monnie Brown rock out. You know, listen to my man A1 Hoops on. He came up, joined the show. Great show. Like I said, hit the like button if y'all ain't hit the like button. And that was the breakdown, you know. Y'all gonna see everything play out just like I'm saying. I guarantee you that's how it's gonna play out. We ain't getting this fight. But like I said, I appreciate y'all. Great show. Y'all already know we will be back tomorrow. And shit, there you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone. We out.